Hello and welcome to the Best Today podcast. I am your host, Shantae Grant, and this is a short episode right to the point that I want you to come back and refer to as often as you need. And of course, share it with the friend who you know needs to hear this. So today, I just want to talk to you briefly. It's a question and a reminder. The question being, are you living your life as though it's on trial by onlookers, right? And the reminder is your life is not on trial. So freedom is a core value of mine. I want to live freely in every sense of the word. I just really value freedom and living your life. Or let me say this, when I look around at the world that we live in and I observe humans in real life out in the open, as well as on things like social media or media in general, I see a common thread of a lot of people think that they are living as though their life is on trial, like they're on the witness stand to prove that their life or they are X, Y, or Z. And living your life to prove something to people who have no consequence in your life, right? It's meaningless and it's a waste of energy and time. And so what this might look like is, okay, well, I have to show that my life is exciting. So I'm going to show a picture of this and I'm doing that. Oh, and look at me doing this. Or I want to prove that my children are this. So I'm going to make sure I talk about this or do this. I'm using these things not to be in a relationship or engagement or conversation with people I love and care for, or am just want to have an interesting dialogue with, not for that purpose, but for the purpose to prove that I am X, Y, or Z, right? You don't have to prove that you're good, you're smart, you're rich, successful. You don't do that through, I don't even know how to explain it, through your posting a picture, right, on Instagram, or creating this false image of someone who you're not, right? Because this is now moving us away from intentionality, being clear on who we are. If we're pretending to be something that we're not, it's different when you're trying to prove that you're all these things versus this is something that I actually want to do and something that matters to me. And so I'm doing this thing. And if someone happens to see it, that's fine and well. But that's not what I'm seeing happening. It's, I'm going to share this, do this, say this, wear this, drive this, own this, post this to prove that I am this, right? So my invitation is for you to look at how you make your decisions. Look at how you make every single decision over the next 48 hours, 7 days. Look at what you say, what you share, how you move. Is it to prove something to someone? Because the reminder here is that your life is not on trial by onlookers. You know, if you want to weigh your actions against something, let it be purpose. What are my values? Are the things that I'm doing, saying, thinking, moving, sharing aligned with my values? That's the line I want to move you to. At Best Today, we exist to help women just like you be your best one today at a time. So each week on the podcast, we are going to highlight your stories and your voices. So let's see what's in the inbox today. Today, we have a 5-star review of our Not Waiting for January class from Mary, who writes, "An hour of clarity. This program was a fabulous hour filled with tools and guidance for a more intentional life starting today. If you're looking to make more intentional life choices or just maintain what you already have, this class is for you. Couple the class with joining the Best Today community and or purchasing a Best Today guide, and my experience tells me you will find a more joyous life at your fingertips." Thank you so much for that 5-star review, Mary. If you have not sat in on my Not Waiting for January class, and as the name suggests, I'm teaching you how to stop waiting for January to start caring about being consistent, being proactive with your time, and really learning how to optimize your time. Inside, I'm going to teach you about those things that you will likely find to be familiar about why these cycles are created within our minds and ourselves, and I teach you how to actually overcome them. I give you permission to start small, and you really want to make sure you take this class because you can pause, you can take take notes. And there is a section where you can submit a question to me and my team. We'll be happy to answer for you. So what are you waiting for? Take those fingers out right now and go to notwaitingforjanuary.com to get in on that class replay. You're about 1 to 2 minutes away from getting started right now. If you go to notwaitingforjanuary.com, and don't forget, there is a place to submit your questions. You have access to the video. You can pause, take notes. You want to get in on that right now. So I'm going to let you go get to it. Notwaitingforjanuary.com. And thank you, Mary, for that 5-star review. Does it align with who I am? Does it align with the standards that I would decide to live by? Do I know who or what defines the standards that I want to live by? What guides you, right? What do you want? These are the questions that I want to be in your mind when you're making decisions, when you're making plans for your life, for your day, when you're literally picking the words that will come out of your mouth, when you're choosing what picture will I share, what words will I share. When you are just living your life, is it as Exhibit A, Your Honor, that I am an interesting person or I am not this? Or is it because this is truly connected to who you are, what you value, the standards in which you want to live by? And that is what really is at the foundation and the root of the things that you do. Because what I see is that the root of this is I need to prove something to onlookers. Not even to yourself. Like, I'm trying to show this. And my reminder for you is that's living your life as though your life is on trial, and that everyone else, particularly strangers, get to be the jury. They get to decide, oh, you're not that. You're not this. You're not kind. You're not generous. You're not smart. You're not funny. You're not creative. You're not good enough to do this thing. Strangers aren't jurors in your life, because guess what? Your life is not on trial. And that's really the whole episode. To remind you, your life is not on trial. So maybe take a look and see the ways in which you are living as though your life is being tried by a seat of strangers who get to decide whether or not you are good enough, qualified, whatever. There's so many words, I don't even want to limit it to the ones I put in. That's the message. It's short. I want you to connect back and ask yourself, what's at the root of everything that I think, do, say, share? Listen to this episode again and check yourself. I will do the same. And let's make sure that we're not living our lives like it's on trial, because guess what? We're free. You're free. No one has accused you of not being X, Y, or Z. And if they have, so what? What do you say? That's my question for you and my reminder in this very short episode. So thank you for being present with me. I will say before I end the podcast, if you need help with this, I'm going to point you back again to the Anytime Today journal, because it is an excellent place for you to really start doing some uncovering and tapping into who you are, so that you can remember that you are an important person in your life, in your story. And you can learn to listen to your voice over the voices of strangers, so you can be clear on who you do want to guide and lead you, what you do want to guide and lead you. But I imagine for every person listening, it's not strangers. It's not the perception of strangers, or sometimes just the story you've told yourself that is the perception of strangers. Okay? So your life is not on trial. Let's not live as though it is, where you're constantly trying to prove something to someone all the time. I want you to be free. Thank you for listening to this week's episode and being present with me. Until next time, remember that you are capable and worthy of being your best, one today at a time. And you have everything you need to have everything you want. So go on and shout it out as you live it out. This is what my best today looks like. I'll talk to you on the next episode. If you enjoyed this week's episode of the Best Today podcast, you are going to love the Best Today Guide. Our Better Than a Planner guide teaches you how to get clear on what you want, identify your self-destructive habits and behaviors, and intentionally create space to prioritize yourself every single day. Don't go the journey to being your best one today at a time without the Best Today Guide. See inside its pages and order yours today at besttodayguide.com. Even better, When you order the Best Today Guide, we gift you with your first month free inside of the Best Today membership. So what are you waiting for? We're giving you everything you need to trade busy for intention. Go to besttodayguide.com and order yours today and join thousands of women across the globe proclaiming each day, this is what my best today looks like.